So here is how to file your taxes in 2024, steps by steps, with not only the right tool, but also the right mindset that a lot of people miss out on that will allow you to get, number one, the most satisfaction from the process of filing your own taxes. Instead of dreading the whole process, you will have a great sense of accomplishment and actually what I call a sense of empowerment because somehow you will have lifted the veil of mystery that kind of surround tax preparation. Number two, it will allow you to keep most of the control of the process, right? You will not be at the mercy of a tax preparer, of a company, right? You will have kept most of the process under your control. Number three, you will have saved time, and time is our most valuable resource. You will have saved time from making the appointment, driving to the tax preparation place, parking the car, waiting in line. All that time will have been saved. And finally, you will have saved at least $150, if not up to $300 in tax preparation fee. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sylvie and I'm relatively new on YouTube. This is actually my first video. And on this channel, I help mothers be better with their money so that they can be better for their family. So before we start, here is what you will need to start preparing your own taxes. I'm assuming a few things. I'm assuming that you have a job, that you work in the United States. I'm assuming that you own or rent a home, and you may also have some dependent, and you may or may not file jointly with your spouse. What you will need is, number one, all your documents, and that include your W-2 that you've received from your employer, all the tax documents that you've been receiving since January, 1098, 1099, the social security number of your spouse and of all the people that depend on you, your dependent. The other thing that you need is a very, very good tax preparation software. That will make all the difference. And the one I recommend is TurboTax. I've been using TurboTax for 12 years. I am not affiliated with them. This video is obviously not sponsored, but I recommend it because it's a fantastic software. It gives you the simplest prompt. You understand exactly where you are in the process. And as you will see, it's very, very difficult to make a mistake when you use TurboTax. The last thing that you will need, and I think that's the most important one, it's the mindset, the belief that you can do it. If you can answer some simple questions about your activities last year, if you can follow a prompt, you can do your own taxes. And that will make all the difference to get the right mindset. So if you have everything ready, let's get started. So this is the first screen we land on once we enter the TurboTax application. We are glad you're here. And here is what to expect. First, we're going to answer some simple questions about our year. We will get some quick, personalized answers when we need them, and we will never feel alone with access to real experts. Got it? Do any of these apply? This helps us customize your experience. So we're going to answer the general question first. I want to maximize deduction and credit. Yes. I donated to charity. Yes. So obviously, depending on what you did, you will be checking the boxes. Employment. I have a W-2 job. I will check that. I'm a freelance gig worker. I will not check that. I'm self-employed. I own a business. I have unemployment income. Question about family. I have children, dependent. Yes. Question about housing. I own a home. Yes. Investment. I own a rental property. I sold stock or crypto. That doesn't apply to me, at least in the scenario that I'm simulating here. And we will click continue. The next page, how comfortable do I feel about doing my own taxes? And I have three options. I can elect to do them on my own. I'm comfortable on my own. I can elect to have the help of a guidance of someone. I can also determine that I am not comfortable doing them on my own. I do not want any help. I will hand off the whole process to an expert. But because we know that TurboTax is a fantastic software with a lot of guidance, we will elect to do it on our own. Continue. And now we have the options to determine whether, again, we want to do it on our own and we will pay $69, or we want to use the assistance of some expert and pay $139. That's just assistance. And if we want the expert to do the whole process for us, we will pay $309. We will go up and select to do it for free, at least to start the process for free, but we will pay $69 to have our tax preparation done for our for our federal taxes. And if we do want to do the state tax, we will have to pay an additional fee. So let's start for free. We can do the whole process up until the end, prepare our own taxes, see how much refund we can expect, or how much we are supposed to pay back to the federal government, and not pay any fee. We only pay the fee when we are filing the taxes, literally as if we are mailing the envelope into the mailbox like we used to do back in the days. That's the time when we pay, when we are filing the taxes. But the preparation itself, it's free. So how did you do your taxes last year? So this is an important question, because depending on the result we got last year with our taxes, if we filed our taxes and we had a loss, we may be able to use that loss this year. So we want to be accurate and say whether or not we filed our taxes, and that way the software will kind of help us make a determination on whether or not the loss we had or the situation we had last year can help impact these taxes of this year. In our case, we're going to say we didn't file our taxes last year. So the screen is changing now. We now have access to the left side, and it's estimating that it's going to take us 1 hour and 10 minutes to complete the whole process. I believe we can do it in less time. So on the left side, we see the menu, and on the top, we see the navigation bar. My info, federal, state, review, and it's going to take us approximately less than 1 hour and 10 minutes if we have all of our documents ready to go. So we need a few details about you. Let's go. The first name. In our case, today we will be Sylvie. That's the first name. And the last name is YouTube. The date of birth is January the 1st of 1990. And the occupation is a teacher. I am a member of the U.S. Armed Force Active Reserve or National Guard. That is not the case. I'm going to select no. My state of residence on December 31st of 2023, it is the state of Virginia. I live in another state in 2020. I lived in another state in 2023. No. Another taxpayer can claim me as a dependent on their tax return. The answer is no. I was considered legally blind as of December 31st, 2023. No. I am preparing this return for Sylvie, who has passed away. No. I want to change the language the IRS uses to send me written communication. The answer again, in our case, is no. We can double check what we have entered, and we go on to the next page. Continue. For important tax credit, enter your Social Security number or ITIN. Your Social Security number is, and I apologize if that is your Social Security number, 814-522222. We're going to continue. Were you married? Select an answer below and we will recommend the best filing status. on December 31st, 2023, you were married. And it recommends that I select to file this return together with my spouse. Continue. Your spouse's personal information, and in our case, it's going to be André. The last name is YouTube. And the date of birth will be, let's keep it simple, the same date, January 1st of 1990. And the occupation, we're going to select a designer. My spouse is a member of or former member of the U.S. Armed Forces. We will say no. In our case, the state of residence is Virginia. My spouse lived in another state in 2023. The answer is no. Another taxpayer can claim my spouse as a dependent on their tax return. The answer once again is no. My spouse was considered legally blind as of December 31st of 2023. The answer is no. My spouse passed away before filing this return. No. And I want to change the language the IRS uses to send my spouse written communications. The answer once again is no. Continue. For important tax credit, we have to enter my spouse's social security number, 814-556666. Again, I do apologize if it is your social security number. I selected it randomly. Continue. And now we are going to the phase where they're asking us if we have children or if we support another person. So that's for the dependent. And as you can see, the progress bar has updated it to 4 minutes out of to the 1 hour and 10 minutes that the software estimate we will take. We are still into the My Info section here on the left menu. So do you have children or support another person? The answer is yes. So who do you support? In our case, we will select a child. Again, you select according to what's your situation. Continue. And what is the name of the child? So let's start with some info about your child. The first name will be Bebe. And the last name will be YouTube. And the date of birth of our child is January the 1st of 2017. And the child is a US citizen. Bebe is my son. Who are Bebe's legal parents? Sylvie and André. Bebe was disabled, we will not check that. Passed away in 2023, we will not check that. So we will select none of the above. And Bebe is adopted, that is not the case. A foster child, that is not the case. None of the above. We can double check what we wrote and we can continue. So they want to know more about Bebe's living situation last year. Did Bebe live with you for the whole year? Yes. Was all that time in the United States? Yes. Did Bebe pay for more than half of their living expenses and other support? No. Continue. Let's check if any relative will claim Bebe this year. Did a relative of Bebe, other than you or André, live in your home for more than half of 2023 and help support Bebe financially? The answer is no. Continue. So it's checking to see if Bebe qualifies as a dependent, and the answer is yes. Bebe qualifies as our dependent. We're going to continue. We are 6 minutes into the process. Now they want Bebe's social security number or ITIN number, which is an individual taxpayer ID number. And the social security number of Bebe is 815557889. We continue. Your children and others you support. So the first child that we declared is Bebe, his date of birth, and here is his relationship to us. He's our son and he's a dependent. We're going to add another dependent. Who do you support? It's again a child. Continue. The first name is enfant. The last name again is YouTube. The date of birth is January the 1st of 2019. The citizenship, US citizen or legal resident. Enfant is my son. Who are enfant's legal parents? Sylvie and André. Enfant was not disabled, did not pass away in 2023, so we will select none of the above. And enfant is neither adopted nor a foster child, so we will select none of the above. And if you can see once again, it is a very straightforward process. The questions are very simple. As long as our answers are correct, we are doing the right thing. So let's continue. Tell us more about l'enfant's living situation last year. Did enfant live with you for the whole year? Yes. Was all that time in the US? Yes. Did enfant pay for more than half? No. Continue. Let's check if any relative will claim enfant this year. No. Continue. And the software is checking again if l'enfant qualifies as our dependent. And good news, enfant does. Let's continue to the third one. We're going to do the same thing. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Before we do the third one, let's check. Let's provide enfant's social security number. It's 817-669875. Continue. So far we have entered two dependent, bébé, enfant. We are 9 minutes into the process. Let's continue to another dependent. Who do you support? A child. Continue. The name this time is Bambino. The last name is YouTube. The date of birth is the 1st of January of 2023. US citizen or legal resident. Yes, Bambino is a son, my son. The parent of Bambino, Sylvie and André. Bambino was not disabled, did not pass away. He's not adopted. He's not a foster child. Continue. More about Bambino's living situation. He lived with us the whole year. Bambino was all that time in the United States, and Bambino paid for more than half of his expenses. No. Continue. And no relative can claim it as a dependent. Continue. We are 10 minutes into the process, and the good news is Bambino qualifies as our dependent. Continue. The social security number of Bambino is 817-599988. So those are the three dependents we are declaring. Bébé, enfant, Bambino. We are 10 minutes into the process, and we do not have any other dependents, so we can just click continue. So now the software is asking us for our current mailing address. The address is 25 West Market Street. We are in the city of Leesburg, in the state of Virginia. And the zip code is 20176. The phone number is 704. The phone number is 704-852-6987. We continue. Which address do you want to use? We're going to use the recommended one. Continue. Get a text if there is an issue with your return. We're going to say no. Continue. Did either of you make money in any other state? No, we didn't make money in any other state. If you did, of course, you will select the yes. Continue. Your filing status, married, filing jointly. And this lets you and Andre file using the same return, and typically it saves you the most on your taxes. Again, we are 12 minutes into the process and we are still into the My Info section. Continue. So this is the summary of our personal information. Sylvie YouTube, my social security number, my date of birth, my occupation, my state of residence. Thank you for the accuracy check. My spouses, I'm filing jointly. I am married, so my spouse's information is provided as well for me to verify. The 3 dependents that I declare, bébé, enfant, and bambino. The mailing address, the social security number, and I do not have an income from another state. Continue. I completed the My Info section, and before I go on into the federal, the software is offering me the option to select year-round protection with max benefit. If I elect to choose that, I will have to pay an additional $59. And here are the benefits I will get, but I will not elect to select that. Don't add max. So now we can move on into the federal, which starts with the wages and income. Let's talk about your income. Add my income. We are now 14 minutes into the process. We'll start with your W-2. So work on Sylvie's W-2. Continue. Enter the employer ID from your W-2. So we're going to grab Sylvie's W-2, and the employer ID is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Continue. We can import Sylvie's W-2 information automatically. You have the option to select that, but as far as I'm concerned, I will elect to change how I enter my form. How would you like to add your W-2? You can import it instantly, you can upload it from the computer, or you can snap a photo with your phone. You also have the option to type it in yourself, and that's what I will select for me, to type in my W information myself. Okay, let's review your form and fill in any missing information. So we filled already the employer identification number. The next box is box C with the employer name. It's company ABC. The address of the company is 444 example road. The zip code is the same as our residence. We are in Leesburg, and it's the state of Virginia. Okay. The next box that we have to fill in is the income box. So we are looking at box number 1 on our W-2, and our wages was $50,000 last year. The box number 2, which is the federal income tax withheld, was $5,098.50. The box 3 is about the Social Security wages. Once again, it's $50,000. Box 4 is Social Security tax withheld, $3,100. Box 5 is Medicare wages and tip, $50,000. And box 6 is Medicare tax withheld, $725. The next box that we have to fill in our case, is about the state. It's box number 15. State taxes. The state of Virginia. The employer ID number is 12345. And the state wages was $50,000. And the state income tax withheld was $1,320. So that's all we have in our W-2. We can double check to make sure that we have entered everything that was on our form, and we can click continue. Let's check for uncommon situation. You're going to read all of that if it applies to you. In our case, none of these apply to us. Continue. Sylvie and Andre's W-2. So now we can either edit if we made a mistake, or we can add another one, and we will add Andre's W-2. Who does this W-2 belong to? Andre. Continue. We're going to enter his employer ID number. 123 4 5 6 7 8 9. We're going to continue. They can all again import the information, but we will elect to change how we enter the form. We will again elect to type it ourselves. They did say that they found our W-2. We're going to make some changes to make it match our form. We have the box B filled out, our employer identification number. The W-2 belongs to Andre. The name of the company is The Big Company. The address is 20 West Market Street. The zip code is 20176. It's in Leesburg, Virginia. We will continue. Now let's fill in the rest of the information. So the box number 1, the wages, it was $48,500 for box number 1, and box number 2, the taxes withheld were $6,835. Box number 3, Social Security wages, was $50,000. Box number 4, Social Security tax withheld, was $3,100. Box number 5, Medicare wages and tips, $50,000. Box number 6, Medicare tax withheld, $725. We continue to check our W-2, and we're going to fill in the state. It's the state of Virginia. It is, the employer ID is 1235. The state wages is $50,000. And the state income tax withheld is $1,535. That's all for the W-2 of Andre. We're going to again check for uncommon situations. You can read through and determine what applies to you. In our case, none apply to us. Continue. We are 23 minutes into the process, and we have completed, I believe, the W-2 of Sylvie and Andre. We're done. So done for now. On the left, we can see that the next step will be to work on deductions and credits. Let's find other income. Did you or Andre make any money from interest? Yes, we did. Did you or Andre withdraw money from your retirement plan? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre get dividend from holding company stocks or shares? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre get a Form 1099-K? It would be for digital payment. We did not. Again, if you did any of those things, If it applies to you, make sure that you select the correct box. Did you or Andre own or control a foreign bank account, trust, or financial asset in 2023? No, we didn't. Continue. So, wages and income. We're done with the W-2. Here we have a 1099 interest form that we can enter. Start. Did you have investment income in 2023? These include interest earned, dividends, sale of stocks, crypto. In our case, it is not sale of stock, it's the interest that we earn from the bank with our saving. So, yes. Save time by connecting your financial account. We're going to say continue. Next year, leave the form to us. That's an option, but for this demonstration, we are not going to do that. We're going to enter those details ourselves. We are not going to import our tax information. We're going to enter in a different way. And the form that we have is a 1099. So we're going to select 1099 INT. We do not have a 1099 DIV. We do not have a 1099B or any of the other form. So the only one we check is 1099 INT for interest. Continue. So how would you like to upload your 1099 INT? We can bring it from our bank. We can upload it from our computer. We can snap a photo. We will type it in ourselves. Let's get into the form. Payer's information received from. So look at our form. Let's look at our form, and in our case, it's Mega Bank. And it was the 1099 of Sylvie. The box number 1 says that the interest income was $2,456.23. And box number 3, interest on U.S. saving bond and treasury. Box 3 is $11,456.23. My box is as info in other boxes. That's not the case. Let's continue. Do any of these uncommon situations apply? None of these apply. Continue. Did you cash any Series EE or I savings bond? No, I did not cash any Series EE or I savings bonds. Let's finish pulling your invest income. We're done with this one. Confirm. Great, we've got your info. We've got your income info. Great, we've got your income info. So we've entered the W-2. Once again, we've entered the interest savings. Done with income. And the progress bar is updated. Taxes are easier with experts by your side. So TurboTax is suggesting that we consider having the help of an expert. But in our case, we are very comfortable the way the process is going so far. So we will decline. But if we wanted to consider having an expert, we can upgrade. And for $139, we're going to have the assisted deluxe. And for $198, we can have assisted deluxe plus max. We decline and continue. Our tax experts are here if you change your mind. Thank you. Continue. Did either of you own or control a foreign bank account, trust, or financial asset? No. Did either of you take a disaster distribution for a disaster that occurred in 2019, between 2019 and 2022? No, we didn't. Continue. Did you have a financial stake in a digital asset? No. Continue. Time to find all those breaks. Find tax breaks. We can maximize your refund with deductions. So you can continue with standard, or you can have the software help you decide whether you want a standard deduction or itemized deduction. We will continue with the standard, but again, it's worth checking the software if you want the software to help you decide what's best for your situation. Let's find other tax breaks that might apply. So far, you're getting standard deduction, but you may qualify qualify for other tax breaks on top of that. Did you or Andre pay for the child or dependent care? Yes, we did. Did you or Andre spend money on school expenses as a teacher? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre make payment on a student loan? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre have an HSA? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre get the home buyer credit in 2008? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre pay for foreign taxes or have a foreign tax credit carryover? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre contribute to a traditional IRA or Roth IRA? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre make any estimated tax payment? No, we didn't. Did anyone in your family have college or university expenses? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre have any work-related moving expenses? No, we did not. And again, the software is asking all these questions not to just annoy us, but to be as accurate as possible for the tax breaks and deduction we may benefit from. Continue. Let's check if the IRS will require you to enter any health info. Do any of these apply? So depending on your situation, you're going to check. And in our case, it's no. So we're going to continue. So, got it? Let's get some more info about these additional tax breaks. Child and other dependent tax credit, it needs to be reviewed. We did say that we paid for childcare. Dependent care credit, we can start that later. And standard deduction is what we have elected. So we have a standard deduction of $27,700. So let's review the first one, child and other dependent tax credit. Let's check for child and other dependent credit. Continue. Do these uncommon situations apply? You're going to read through. Andre and I got a notice from the IRS that Form 8862 is required for the child and other dependent tax credit. None of these apply. Continue. Congrats, you get a tax break. Child tax credit and your return already include a $6,000 credit. $6,000 credit. Done. Dependent care credit. Start. Did you pay for child and dependent care in 2023? Yes. Whose care did you pay for? The child's name is Bambino, who's 0. At least was age 0 at the time of the end of the year. Continue. How much did you pay for Bambino's care in 2023? We paid $12,500. Continue. Here is what we have so far. Total care expenses, $12,500. That's all we paid. Done. Let's get some info about your care provider. Enter the tax ID number of your care provider, social security number of the provider, and the name. The name is Daycare. The last name is Lady. The social security number is 222-885963. The address is 19 West Market Street. And as you suspect, she lives next door, literally from where we live. It's in Leesburg, in the state of Virginia. And the zip code is 20176. And the total we paid was $12,500. Is this care provider or household employee? We wish she is not. Continue. Before we continue, we thought you should know, so you can read through this and we can continue. Here's what you spent on your care providers. Done. Did you pay for 2022 care in 2023? No, we did not. Continue. So, congratulations, we get a tax break. Continue. So far, we've got the tax breaks covered, the child and and other dependent tax credit, the dependent care credit, the standard deduction, done with tax breaks. Let's check your home buyer credit. If you bought a home in 2008, you may have received the first time home buyer credit of up to $8,000. No, we didn't. Continue. Great. We're all done with tax breaks. Continue. Let's do a quick check for uncommon situation. Keep going. Do any of these uncommon tax situations apply to you? Did you or Andre hire a living nanny or household employee? No, we didn't. Did you or Andre want to apply your refund to next year's return? No, we do not. Did you want to designate $3 to the presidential campaign fund? Absolutely not. Does Andre want to designate $3 to the presidential campaign fund? No, he doesn't. Did you or Andre apply for and receive a PIN number? No, we did not. Continue. That's all we need. Let's keep going to wrap up. So let's confirm our social security number and our birth date. So this is just a quick review of the information we have entered: our name, the date of birth, the social security numbers. So now they're reviewing everything. Check my info. They're checking the return. Your federal return is in great shape. Continue. And here is the good news. Congrats! The refund that you can expect is $8,807 for the federal refund. The amount of taxes that we owe to the state of Virginia is $1,120. And here is how we get our biggest refund. They explain to us, and we can open up and have more details if we want. We can continue. And we already have a head start for our state taxes, so we can also elect to start our state taxes. And if we do, we're going to pay the fee of $64. But we only pay when we file. And here we go. So you already got a head start on the state taxes, and TurboTax is powerful enough that it can file your state tax for you as well. And most of the information you've entered for the federal applied for the state taxes. The fee that you will have to pay to add on the state taxes is $64. You can elect to get started, of course. In our case, we are done with the demonstration. Check my return. So the software will be looking over every detail of our returns. The error have been cleared. We lowered your taxable income by 25% with the standard deduction. Continue. We got the $6,600 tax credit. We can skip the recap if we want. Type to put it all together for one last look. Continue. So this is what happens as you get to the end of the process. The whole filing, the whole preparation took us 38 minutes. We can finish the return. We just need our okay on a couple of things. So as we are finishing up the process, we're going to have to review and sign. If we elect to, they want to use our tax information to improve the experience. In my case, I said no thanks, and that doesn't change anything. I can still file my taxes without agreeing to have them improve the experience using my tax information. They want to share my data with Intuit. Again, review and sign. In my case, I said no. You can agree if that fits your choice. Continue. One more opportunity to agree to add on the max, defend, and restore. We're going to say no, and so I say don't add max. Looks like you have finished your state taxes, but we don't want to file that, right? So we decided not to file the state taxes with them in this particular demonstration. But of course, you are obviously going to make the decision for yourself. So 3 more steps, and we will file your return. The first step, TurboTax will review the product that you use to prepare your taxes, and you will pay. The second step, you will determine how you want your refund. And the third is to get ready to save, and you will file your return. So I'm going to just show you how the first steps is done. We have a couple of options. We can pay with our federal return, or we can pay with our credit card. And so far, the cost is $69 for the federal filing. And if we pay with our return and click confirm payment, we will have to add an extra $40 for the processing fee. That's if we pay with our federal refund. And we are not paying now. When our refund comes, TurboTax will withdraw its fee, the $40, plus the filing fee of $69. The other option is to pay with our credit card. And we will have to enter our credit card information, the expiration date, the year. And that's how we can pay for our taxes. Once we've done that, we can then go on and determine how we want the refund. And after we've selected how we want our refund, we are now able to file the taxes. So we're going to stop right here. In our case, we are done with this demonstration. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you see how the process is simple. For approximately 70% of Americans, the process of filing our tax is simple enough that we can do it by using a software like TurboTaxes. As long as we have our document, and as long as our filing situation is simple enough, the IRS estimate that 70% of us are able to file accurate taxes using a software like TurboTaxes. So I hope you can see how satisfying this process can be, how much control you have, and how much time you can save and money by filing your own taxes, and how you can realize that really that's one more thing that you can do for your money, for your finances. If this video was helpful to you, would you please subscribe to my channel and like it and share it with your friend. Until next time, have a fantastic day.